Hey guys, good morning. Check this out. We have a 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL Rubicon behind us that we're going to be doing a little walkthrough today. Now, most of the new Wrangler JLs that you see on the internet are of the 4-door variety, but check this one out. It is a 2-door.
So I've noticed most of the reviews that I've seen on the internet with the new JL are of the 4-door model. I wanted to take this opportunity while I have this in my driveway to show you guys some of the differences that the 2-door has. A lot of it is around the space on the inside and passenger configuration, and we'll also take a look at some of the new features in the JL and what I think are a really nice improvement over what is offered in the JK.
Just want to give a huge shout out to my friend Carla. She is the owner of this 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL. She let me borrow it, and she works over at Nanaimo Chrysler Dodge Jeep, which has been a very supportive dealership of our work with trail scales. And I highly recommend, if you are on the island or local, to check them out. I'll put links to both Carla and their dealership's sites below in the description. Take a look at them, check them out. They're great people to deal with, and Jeep enthusiasts.
So let's do a quick walk around and I will show you some of the differences with the JL over the JK. As well, we'll have a quick look at some of the differences in the 2-door model. This one has the highlighting fenders on it, which I think is a really great option for if you're thinking about modifying your Wrangler. It also has the optional hood, which gives it a much different styling look, as well has some functional air outlets on it, which do help with some of the buffering that you would have on the hood in the previous model Jeep JK. It's designed to allow airflow through the vents from the front to the top, and you shouldn't have any of the hood flapping up and down like we did on the previous model JKs. Here's a look at the new hood latches on the JL. They're a big improvement in my opinion over what was previously on the JKs, and I do believe you can order these separate and modify them and add them to your JK if you haven't already replaced the latches. The turn signals now are integrated into the fenders. They're all LED. I think they look really great, and the new headlights on the JL are a major improvement over the previous headlights in the JKs. They're all LED now. They have a really cool outer ring when the running lights are on, and I was testing them last night, and they are almost as good, I would say, as my aftermarket LED KC lights. This Jeep has the steel bumper option, and you can see that the end caps have been removed. This is a lot better than having to cut your JK bumper in order to allow for more clearance and approachability with your tires when you're off-roading. Super simple mod that you can do right from the factory bumper, and allows for a winch to be installed with a winch plate underneath to bolt it on, and there's a space for your fairlead to go through the bumper. Also, having the winch sunken into the bumper doesn't reduce any airflow into your radiator. Here's a look at the Rubicon wheels. These are 17-inch wheels, and they come factory with BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tires. They are about a 33-inch tire. However, with the Highline fenders, it's an easy upgrade to add 35s or even 37s to this Rubicon and still have lots of clearance when you're off-roading, as these fenders add, I believe, around an additional 2 inches of clearance in your fender well for your tire. You can see though that it is sitting up higher along where the hood is, a little bit less of a gap between the fender and the hood, and this allows for the clearance underneath. Take a look at the tons of space that is available now though inside your fender well. I really like the new Jeep badging that they've put on the new JL. It's a thick raised lettering, which I think is a nice style over the previous model JK Jeep badging. The new hinges have a bit more styling to them. They also have an embossed notation to use a Torx 50 bit to unbolt them should you be removing your doors. Standard is the Rubicon rock rails, very similar to what you would see on the JK previously. Great for off-roading. The new taillights, really cool LED design. The outer ring illuminates when your running lights are on, and then the center section comes on when your brakes are on. And on the side here you can see where your side warning system has its sensor to let you know if a vehicle is next to you when you're changing lanes. It does stick out quite a bit. I read that this is to accommodate for the wide fenders. Normally your side sensors would just go along the edge of your vehicle, but the Jeeps being so wide with their fenders, they had to have the sensors protrude out the side of the taillights a little further. This Jeep also has the backup camera. The screen inside is awesome, really good clear resolution. This backup camera has a nice wide angle on it, very clear, very good visibility when reversing. I have installed an aftermarket backup camera on my JK and I really enjoy it, whether it's on the street, pulling into parking lots, making sure that I'm not bumping into things with my tire carrier, or hitting trees and rocks off-roading when trying to turn around in tight trails. It's a very handy item to have. So let's pop inside, have a quick look at the interior, and I'll show you what the inside looks like and how much space is in the two-door. I really like these new leather seats. This one has the Rubicon embroidered onto the seat, and these are really comfortable and they look really nice. They're probably the nicest seats that I've seen apart from going to an aftermarket custom solution. The steering wheel uses the Mopar style really fat steering wheel. I used to have this kind of steering wheel on my Dodge Ram. I really did like it. It's comfortable in your hand. This one is even heated. You hear all the audio controls, cruise controls available on the steering wheel as well. Nice and easy to access. Being this is a Rubicon, it has locking front and rear differentials. You can see the controls here highlighted in red. You can push down to lock your rear differential or push up to lock both your front and rear differential. I really do like this new switch they've added over the previous years of the JKs. It is a lot easier to use and a lot clearer. Standard is the sway bar disconnect, which we're all familiar with from the JK Rubicons, allowing you to unlock your front sway bar and improve your articulation significantly. One of my favorite features available on the new JLs are these auxiliary switches that are already wired into your dash and have terminals available under the hood. You can wire up to 4 different items that you want to have powered, whether it's lights or a compressor, or perhaps you want to control a fridge or your radio. Really nice to have these integrated into the dash already and have all the wiring, so there's no additional things you need to do in order to have up to 4 controllable devices. There's a place to plug in your devices and let you connect your media to the really nice sounding stereo system in these new JLs. To get into the back, it's a really easy quick flick of the latch here at the top of the seat and just give it a quick pull, and the seat moves forward and slides up and you can hop into the back. Quite a bit tighter than you would see in a 4-door. The seats are a bit thinner, not quite as cushioned as you get in a full-size JL. There's less leg room in the back. One thing to note is that the 2-door only has 4 seats total. There is no middle seat in the rear seat, so you can only carry 2 passengers in the back. I think that's something that I haven't seen anywhere before until I actually had a look at this 2-door. And the headrests here are folded down. That really helps with the visibility, and then you can give them a quick push up when you have your passengers in the back. Taking a look at the rear hatch, you can see just how much cargo space there is. It's quite a bit smaller than a 4-door. Here we have the all-weather subwoofer installed in the floor. This really puts out some good bass, much better than what I've seen in the JKs. And in order to put the rear seats down, similar latch as you would have on the front to move the seat forward. Give this latch a little pull and then you can push the seat forward and you have a nice flat cargo space to put some of your things or your trail gear in. Then if you want to put it back up, they've added a nice tether here that you can give a quick pull, easy to slide up, and your seat is back where you need it to be. And if you want to put passengers in, you can pull the headrest up. Sitting here in the driver's seat, you can have a quick look around what it looks like from the driving perspective. I think the visibility in these 2 doors is excellent, especially with the headrests down in the back. The windows are nice and wide and tall, and the roll bars are in a position where they are closer to the rear pillars, so they're not impeding with your view at all. LCD screen in the middle of the dash cluster and a analog set of speed and RPM gauges. Engine start stop push button. Really nice redesign on the dash. I really like the red that's on here, especially if you have a white Jeep. I think it's just a nice little accent that pops really well. With the red stitching you can see throughout the leather interior on the center console and shifter. I think the red really looks good with the white. The best feature that I think that they've added to the JL, and this is something that I know a lot of people, including myself, have added to their JKs, is grab handles for getting in. These are now factory on the JL, and even though this Jeep isn't lifted, it is nice to grab onto them when hopping in. And I certainly know that after you lift your Jeep and put larger tires, these are almost an essential item for getting in and out. I'm pretty tall myself and I still use mine every time I get in and out of my Jeep. The new mirror on the JL is significantly larger than what's on the JK. Has a really nice razor thin bezel around the outer edge, giving it that clean, sharp look, and it is quite large, giving you great visibility out your back. I want to give you guys a look at just how clear this backup camera is. I really like how it has the moving lines like most modern vehicles have now to show you where you're directing your steering wheel. I had no problem using this camera to back up my driveway, which has a lot of curves to it, and you can see my JK here parked behind us.
You guys can see with my 4-door JKU in the garage, it doesn't leave much room. So I just pulled the JL Wrangler into my garage now. I tried to put it all the way at the back so that it's almost at the garage door, just like my 4-door JKU was, to give you an idea of just how much more room there is in front of the 2-door version of the JL. Lots of room to work around your Jeep. If you backed it in, you would have lots of room to open the tailgate and load anything you need. If you're looking for more space in your garage and you don't need the space inside your Jeep, I think that the 2-door is an excellent option to go with. It certainly gives you more room in your garage.
So thank you everyone for taking a few minutes to watch my walkthrough of the 2018 Jeep Wrangler JL Rubicon 2-door version. I appreciate you watching and supporting my videos. If you did like this video, smash that subscription button and turn on notifications, as I will be uploading more and more videos as we go. And don't forget to check out my Instagram at Casey_250. Drop me a comment below, I'll answer any questions you have. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.